Another couple of things I wanted to mention that I remembered when I was going for a walk just before. Um, there is a possibility you can make money, depends on your situation, uh, with trapping and furs and meat. There's a bloke I work with who had a friend who had gone and bought himself a brand spanking new Toyota 4x4, a decent one, not a junk one. It was a real high-end model. He made every dollar he got selling fox skin pelts um, to people. He had a centerfire .17 Remington, I think it was. The real little .17 projectile. I'm pretty sure it's a Remington cartridge. And he would shoot the foxes straight through the eye and kill them, and the skin would be perfect. And he done a lot of that and made, enough money to go buy himself a full-blown 4x4 with all the accessories you could dream of, brand spanking new. So, that may be an option. There's also trapping. It all depends on your circumstances, but my father and my uncle, as kids, used to sell a hell of a lot of rabbit skins, trapping rabbits. The other one is to sell seeds of rare plants, or even grow those seeds and sell the rare plants themselves. And you go, well, how do you do that? We go down the botanical gardens and there'll be things there, with seeds on them, and you can pick the blooming seeds and sell the seeds. There's one that I was, they probably don't want you to do that exactly, because where I am, they sell them themselves, but only some plants. But there's one there that I was interested in the other year, and I should have a look again this year when the time's right and actually pick the damn thing and get the seeds for it. And that was variegated lemon, and it's just lemon with like white stripes on the leaf. And from what I remember, the lemon itself had white stripes on it, and I thought that was fascinating. And there's one there, and it was more or less ripe, ready to pick, and then I just sort of forgot about it. But I should get on and pick some of those for myself. But you can get those for other people. The other one is, and this is dodgy, but there were blokes here who were caught digging out ferns, and I think they were sort of in state park or state forest or something like this. Anyway, they were digging out these ferns and loading a heap up into the back of their truck and then taking off, and then they'd repot them all and sell them at the markets. And they just dug them out of like the state forest or something. But they got caught, and you might not want to do that because that's sort of illegal. It depends how hard pressed you are, and what your, morals are as well, or your circumstances are, or if you really give a damn about all that, if you're that hard pressed. The other one, and you've got to be damn careful and know what you're doing with this one, is selling mushrooms. But you can't just go grabbing any damn mushroom, or, oh, it looks like a mushroom, it's right, and then sell them blooming, the angels of death or whatever the name they are. There's a lot of them that'll kill people that look so similar to normal ones that it's very dangerous. Sometimes the deadly ones, after a bit of a storm and a bit of roughing up, look almost identical to the non-deadly ones. I've seen photos comparing, ones like that. But what you can do is you can pick morels in America. And the other one they got in America is giant puffballs. Now with these, you can't really mix them up with anything. Not the morels, and I don't think the giant puffballs either, because they're huge. They're damn near the size of a European football, or a soccer ball as we call them. Some aren't quite that big, but some of them are massive. So that may be another option. There's also another mushroom I get here, which I'll one day do a video on, but that's no good because they basically turn to crap after about 3 hours. They're the ink mushrooms, or lawyer's wig, or shaggy mane, or lion's mane. It depends what you know them as, but they're no good, but I will do a foraging video on those at some point. And yeah, that's sort of about it. Oh, keep in mind, there's not just plums that you can pick and sell to people. You may come across stashes of grapes, as someone I know recently has. And the other one is blackberries. There's heaps around my way, and I pick so many that I eat that many I almost get sick, and then I still have half a bag to take home for myself. So that may be another one that you may want to look into. But there's lots of strange little things going on. There's another one that one of my mum's friend's brother, I think, was doing it. And what he used to do is he used to go to the butcher and get all these old bones and stuff, and they're just little scraps of meat on. The butcher, didn't want them. He, cut all the good stuff off, and they're just little dribs and drabs. And what he'd do is he'd go and stick these in a shed or something, or out the back somewhere, in his backyard. And all the flies would blow all over him, and there'd be maggots all over him. And then he'd get a glove or something on like that, and he'd pick them all off and sell them to the fishermen. Interesting. And if you go, no, but I can't go get to a butcher, blah, 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 roadkill. That's your other option. If you don't want to go asking a butcher who's going to go, no, it just goes to blood and bone, or, there's no butchers because they all buy from supermarkets nowadays, because, I sort of know a little bit about the industry, and basically the butchers just get the meat. They don't have to deal with the guts or anything these days, because that's local abattoir works that out and just hands them the bones or the meat already on it. But if that ain't an option for you, there's always roadkill, which will attract maggots and stuff like that. And that may sound disgusting to you, but people have made money off it. So yeah, that's another few more options that I thought of as I was going for a walk.